Throughout history, humanity has recorded creatures that shouldn't exist, not in fiction, not in popular mythology, in official reports, in scientific treatises, in court testimonies. 5 of them were never explained. I'm the Traveler, and today we're not talking about wars, empires, or generals. Today we're talking about monsters, but not the kind you're imagining. These 5 creatures appear in real historical documents written by scientists, generals, missionaries, and explorers who swore they were telling the truth. None were confirmed, none were debunked, and some of them are more recent than you'd like. In 1764, in southern France, a creature began killing peasants in the region of Gévaudan. It wasn't an ordinary wolf. Witnesses described something larger with reddish fur, enormous jaws, and behavior no known animal exhibited. The creature attacked in daylight. It ignored livestock and hunted exclusively people, mostly women and children. Over 3 years, between 100 and 200 people were killed. The exact number depends on the source, but what's not debated is that King Louis XV sent regular troops and professional hunters to deal with it. Twice. An animal was killed in 1765, a large wolf. Attacks stopped for 2 months, then resumed. A second animal was killed in 1767 by a local hunter. In its stomach, human remains. The attack stopped for good. But what was it? A wolf? A hyena? A creature that no longer exists? The truth is that to this day, no explanation is fully accepted. Herodotus, the father of history, was a serious man, one of the first to separate fact from legend, to verify sources, to personally visit the places he wrote about. And Herodotus recorded, in Book 2 of the Histories, that in Egypt there were winged serpents. Not as metaphor, not as a local myth he was merely reporting. Herodotus said he went to Egypt to verify this personally. He traveled to a region near the city of Buto and found piles of bones, skeletons of winged serpents that, according to the Egyptians, came from Arabia every spring and were slaughtered by birds called ibises. He described the wings as similar to a bat's, described the body shape, said they were small. Was Herodotus making it up? Perhaps. He wasn't perfect. He sometimes mixed third-hand accounts with first-hand observations, but this description is first-hand. He says he saw the bones. The most accepted explanation today is that he saw fossils, possibly from prehistoric snakes or lizards uncovered by the wind, but no one has confirmed this, and Herodotus never took it back. You probably know the basilisk from Harry Potter, the giant serpent in the tunnels of Hogwarts. Forget all of that. The original basilisk appears in Pliny the Elder's Natural History, a 37-volume encyclopedia written in 79 AD, considered the greatest compendium of knowledge in the Roman world. Pliny didn't write fiction. He wrote what the science of his time considered truth, and Pliny described the basilisk as a small serpent, no longer than 12 inches, found in the province of Cyrenaica in North Africa. So far, nothing absurd. The absurd part is the abilities. According to Pliny, the basilisk killed bushes just by passing near them, cracked rocks with its breath, and any living thing that looked directly at it died instantly. The only way to kill it, according to Pliny, was to put it in front of a weasel, which was apparently immune, or use the crow of a rooster, which was supposedly fatal to the creature. Delusional? Maybe. But Pliny died trying to investigate the eruption of Vesuvius. The man went to places to verify things. Some modern biologists believe the basilisk was a real spitting cobra, whose projected venom resembles the killing gaze, mixed with decades of oral exaggeration. Others say it was pure fiction. Nobody knows for sure. This one is different because this one didn't stay in the books. The Wendigo appears in the oral traditions of the Algonquian peoples, indigenous nations of Canada and the northern United States, described as a massive skeletal creature with insatiable hunger, inhabiting boreal forests and hunting in winter. The first Europeans to document the Wendigo were Jesuit missionaries in the 17th century. They recorded that the Algonquian peoples had genuine terror of the creature, and that descriptions were consistent across tribes that had no contact with each other, separated by hundreds of miles. But what makes the Wendigo different from every other creature on this list is that it entered psychiatry. In the late 19th and early 20th century, Canadian doctors documented dozens of cases of a condition called Wendigo psychosis. Patients who believed they were transforming into the creature. They developed cannibal compulsions, aversion to normal food, and absolute conviction that they were physically changing. Was it delusion? Was it cultural? Was it something nobody understands? In 1907, a Cree hunter named Jack Fiddler was arrested for killing a woman and told the court she was turning into a Wendigo and that he needed to protect the community. Is this a monster, a disease, or something in between that modern science still hasn't been able to name? This one is the oldest, and it's the one that closes the list. The Leviathan appears in the book of Job, one of the oldest texts in the Old Testament, written approximately 600 years before Christ. And what makes this creature different from any biblical reference is the level of detail. Job 41 doesn't mention the Leviathan in passing. It dedicates 34 full verses to its physical description. 34. Scales so tight no weapon can penetrate. A mouth that spews fire and smoke. Eyes that glow like the dawn. Iron and bronze are like straw to it. Nothing on earth is its equal. This isn't vague poetry. This is a technical specification. Scholars have tried for centuries to match the Leviathan to a known animal. The most common theories say it's a crocodile. Hard scales, aquatic predator, powerful jaws. Others say whale, colossal size, terror of sailors. But no theory explains the fire. Crocodiles don't breathe fire. Whales have no scales. And no known animal is described as invulnerable to iron and bronze. The most convenient explanation is to call it a metaphor, a symbol of primordial chaos, of nature's untamable force. And that's perfectly possible. So what did we learn? That humanity has a strange relationship with the unknown. When we encounter something we don't understand, we do two things. First, we describe it with the vocabulary we have. Then we decide whether to believe it or not. The beast of Gévaudan killed real people. Herodotus's serpents had real bones. Pliny's basilisk was in a real encyclopedia. The Wendigo entered real psychiatry, and the Leviathan is in a real sacred text with 34 verses of anatomical description that no one can fully explain. None of these creatures were confirmed, but none of them were invented in a vacuum.